going, you're gonna hit. Probably keep going. Oh!
There it is.
Hey Tommy. Well, we figured out how much ground clearance this has.
Not enough.
Yeah, I would say you've got about maybe 5 inches right now.
Oh, if
before
that.
You hit.
If that.
If that.
Whew. Well guys, we hit on the rock. That is first blood. That means we've had our first scrape in our Porsche Boxster. Now we're out here on the Switzerland Trail. We're gonna try this up Goldmine Hill. If we can even get there. I'm a little bit scared. We've made it, oh, I don't know how far, about 100 yards into the trail, and we've already scraped. This is gonna be one heck of a video. First off-road drive in the Porsche Boxster.
So Tommy, we need an objective. We need something to aim for.
We need a mission.
I think I've got the perfect mission. I think once we make this into a true Baja Boxster, we should drive it to Moab for the Easter Jeep Safari.
Yeah, absolutely.
Bring a Porsche to a Jeep fight.
Yes.
And the goal is to drive it around the most beautiful, the most challenging, at least for this car, trail that I have ever been on in my life, which is the White Rim Trail. 120 miles around Island in the Sky in Moab, just outside of Moab.
Wow, that's gonna be incredible. But here's the issue.
Yeah.
We are on essentially an aggressive dirt road, and I'm already sweating, guys. This is gonna take some work.
Yeah, so let's talk about first the things that are wrong with it that we should fix before we even get to making it a Baja Boxster.
Okay.
So I would say that we should start with the radio.
Yeah, I would like...
want tunes, dude.
Yes, I would like some music.
Oh, it's getting rough here. Yeah, we need to fix the radio. So why don't we show them the video of what happened when we took it into Car Toys.
Okay, so one of the issues with this car is the radio. Now it has this pretty sweet aftermarket unit. It's a 7-inch touchscreen, but it doesn't work. It doesn't play through the speakers. So we've got good signal, we've got Bluetooth connectivity, CD, all of that works, but we're not getting anything through the speakers. So I'm out here at Car Toys, and we're gonna see if we can get this problem diagnosed. Now, we called ahead, and it's gonna be $50 for the first half an hour and $100 per hour after that, so our $10,000 budget will quickly be diminished if this is a big procedure. Let's go see. Just dropped the Porsche off. Now this is our first shop that we've dropped the car off at, and this is probably gonna be the cheapest of all of them. So it's been about 45 minutes and allegedly the issue is fixed, so let's check it out. Wow, look at that, that's amazing. Way to go, Car Toys. All right, now because of copywritten material, I can't play it for you, but it works well.
The first thing we had to fix was, of course, the rear tires because they were down to their steel belts.
Yep.
So we put on some new Generals. These are not off-road worthy tires.
Not at all.
No, they're just tires that actually allow us to drive the car. You know, that already took a chunk of our budget. Our entire budget is $10,000 and we spent
$6,000 on the car.
Yep.
We spent $1,000 for registration and taxes.
Yep.
We've already spent $100 for the radio. We spent $25 for the emissions.
Yep.
We spent $30 for the headlight, which, why don't we show them that? Because we only have one truly clear headlight.
Yeah, so we had to get that sorted as well. Let's show them that.
Our 1999 Porsche Boxster faces an issue a lot of cars from this era suffer today: foggy or fogged out headlights. Now, one of these headlights has clearly been replaced. It's a lot clearer than the other. Now, fogged headlights not only look bad, they present a safety hazard as they do not produce the same amount of light as a clear unit. Now, on this car, headlights can be well over $1,000. We're going to try to fix that headlight for under $30. Now most of these kits have a couple different steps that you will need to take. I've never done this before, so I'm learning on the job. We'll see how it goes. But first of all, we have to mask the area. So we've got some masking tape, then we sand. You will need a cordless drill with a polisher. Our kit came with one, and we've got a couple different compounds to put on the light. So next we need to sand down the light. Now we will be using 2 different grits of sandpaper, a 1000 first and then a 3000. Make sure you always keep your sandpaper wet so you don't damage the unit itself. Okay, great. So now you do the same thing with a 3000 grit sandpaper. Just want to make sure we get this surface super flat. The next step is to use a drill and polishing compound to polish the light. Wow. So the final step is to apply the protectant, which we do with a microfiber towel.
In order to see just how off-road worthy this is,
Or un-off-road worthy.
we have to have a before and after. So we figured we'd take it up Gold Mine Hill to see how far we could get. Now keep in mind we have summer tires.
Yep.
We have an open diff.
Yep, rear wheel drive.
And we have no automatic torque converter. So how slow can you go in this thing in first gear?
Well, just on that flat bit,
Yeah.
it was about 5 miles an hour. And that sounds super slow, but off-road it's not. That's like going 40.
Yeah, we're gonna be burning the clutch, I think.
Or spinning tires.
All right, I'm gonna go up there and I'm gonna shoot you and let's see how far you can go.
Okay.
Okay.
Wow, okay, I've done this trail about 1,000,000 times in my Jeep. But this is so far from a Jeep.
I'm a little worried about this. As you can tell, hopefully we won't punch a hole in a critical fuel line or perhaps the cooling lines, because the radiators in the Boxster are right in the front. They're in the 2 corners, and there's 2 pipes that go right down the middle to the engine that cool the engine. So you know, you could definitely damage the radiators, you could definitely damage those lines. There's a lot of damage we could do. So good luck, Tommy.
Here we go. Bad noises. Oh, God. Is that tire smoke?
Yeah, that's tire smoke. Clutch smoke.
I think this is it, huh?
Now you can probably go higher.
Do you want me to try?
Yeah, I can smell the clutch burning. Is it burning the clutch? How come how come the little spoiler came up? Did you hit it with your foot?
Mm-hmm. Think maybe we should back it up, huh?
Yeah, I think it's far from it again. And be careful backing up because you made a lot of holes. Hit that pretty hard. All right, Tommy, Gold Mine Hill has not been conquered. We made it up about 20 feet. We burned the clutch.
Yep.
We
burned the tires.
Burned the tires.
Scraped the bottom.
And the spoiler came up for some unknown reason. This is going to be quite the project. And I think before we try to tackle the White Rim Trail, we've got a lot of work to do.
Yeah, I think we do have a lot of work to do.
I think we have to protect the bottom.
I think we have to lift it.
Yep, and we also have to somehow protect these 2 front radiators, because if they go, we're stuck.
Yeah, we also definitely need off-road tires.
So I think with all that, once we get all that done, then maybe we can come back here, and before we drive to Moab, we can give it another shot. By the way, guys, if you've ever done a Porsche to any kind of off-road standard and you have some suggestions for us on how to increase the height, how to lift it, we'd love to see them in the comments below, because we're gonna make a lot of mistakes and we prefer not to. So if you guys can give us some help. Now, obviously we can't do anything about the open diff. We could weld it, but
No.
how are we gonna drive to Moab on a street with a welded diff? And we can't do anything about the transmission, so the clutch is just gonna burn.
Yep, it is what it is. But it will be an adventure no matter what.
All right, guys, thanks for watching. And remember, every other Monday, we're going to have a new episode of Baja Boxster Project Porsche. As always, this is Roman
And Tommy.
saying check out tflcar.com for more news, views, and of course, crazy-ass off-road Boxster reviews. Where else are you going to get that, Tommy?
What are we doing?
I don't know. We're having fun with the cheapest Boxster on Craigslist. See you next time. Ciao.